more episodes of the Games4all podcast, please check out our website, www.games4allpodcast.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at www.twitter.com/Games4all. And you can like us on Facebook, just search for Games4all podcast. Games4all is brought to you by iPage. For more affordable and greener web hosting, check out ipage.com. Hello and welcome to the Games4all podcast, episode 48. I'm your host Dan Young, and with me as always is my good friend
James Craigie, who must apologise for last week and the outrageous slurs I said against my girlfriend. I was punished, and I'm very sorry.
Yeah, you should have. You really, I mean, if anything, I mean, you need to realise that you need to think about what you're saying before you say it on the show. I mean, we thought we would learn that from the Tabasco thing.
It's just built into my character. I don't learn.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us on this very regal day.
Oh, don't.
No, there's going to be no talk of the thing
with the guy and the her.
Yeah, the wedding.
No.
Okay, yes, we won't be talking about that. So, what we will be talking about those games.
Don't talk about the wedding.
No. Yeah, so, first of all, quick plug to our friends over at the Underground Geek Network. You can find them at undergroundgeeknetwork.com. Good friends over there. They do a very, very good show. All about things very, very geeky. They didn't do a show this week because they had it off for Easter.
Which is fair enough.
Fair enough. So we ain't got a promo again. So, just head on over and check them out. They're good guys and gal, and yeah, it's a good show. Sweet. Right then, what have you been playing?
Lots.
Yeah, same here. Let's get on with it then.
Okay, well, we can both talk more about the Gears 3 beta.
A little bit. We'll put it this way. We put out a video last week.
Yeah.
Episode 15, I do believe it was, of Games4all Extra.
Yeah.
Where we talked about Portal 2, Mortal Kombat, and Gears 3.
Yeah.
The Gears 3 beta, sorry. So if anyone... And then obviously on last week's show we talked about those 3 games as well. So we've covered them pretty much. So for anyone who really wants to listen to what our thoughts are on that, please download the video, check that out, and last week's episode as well. But we will, just cover what you feel about it, because you're now technically in the beta now.
Yep.
So what do you think?
Still pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They're adding Capture the Leader this weekend.
Excellent.
So I think it's going to be... So from this week onwards, or this weekend onwards, it's going to be pretty much what we played as part of the VOD.
Yeah, because I noticed both the other maps had come up, and you can play on all 4 maps, and then the new game mode will be added. So, and who knows what they'll add in the next coming weeks? Because I'm excited to see extra stuff that I haven't seen yet. So, But yeah, it's good fun, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I'm hoping... haven't had as much time to play it as I would have liked, but I'm hoping to get some good time in it this weekend. Yeah.
Well, same here. There's been so much come out lately, it's like, do I play more Gears or do I play Port? Yeah, Port's pretty good.
Funny thing I noticed, because we also, with our respective partners, played 4-player Horde on Gears 2.
Yes, we've been doing that as well.
This week, and got through all 50 ways on that. Funny thing I've noticed, just from playing a little bit of Gears 3, is there are still more bugs on Gears 2 bugs and glitches than there are in the Gears 3 beta, which is kind of shocking, really.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I've played quite a few hours worth of the Gears 3 beta, and it seems like, why are you beta testing this? It just doesn't even seem, I mean, I know why they're doing it, but...
Well, I've spoken to some people, and they've all said that they found Gears 2 multiplayer a little bit buggy and glitchy.
Yeah, I've noticed it too.
And I think maybe what you were saying is this being so polished, it's not really a beta test. Maybe it's their way of showing, look, we can do it properly.
I think they did get a lot of flack for the Gears 2 multiplayer side of things when the game was first released, and lots and lots of patches have been added to the game to get it to where it's at now. And I think they've taken it on board and thought, fuck it, let's do it right from the beginning. And they've had the opportunity to beta test, and why not?
But that shows it. It's really, really cool.
Yeah. So anyway, what else?
Mortal Kombat.
Cool.
Obviously, we're not going to talk too much about it.
Yeah.
But I think I should get a fanfare here because I've kind of completed the story mode.
Oh, okay, we'll throw on in.
Hey.
We need to write that down. I'll forget otherwise. So what did you think about it?
You know what? You see the words sort of Mortal Kombat story mode, and I think it's kind of like a universal kind of rolling of eyes and stuff.
Grinding and...
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we did talk a little bit about it, because I played some and you played some, and we talked about it on the video and on last week's podcast. But yeah.
Story-wise, it actually gets quite good towards the end.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't played through it yet. I mean, there's so much I've got to play anyway, but like, Mortal Kombat has been the game that sat there and I'm like, oh, it's so good, I really want to play it. But
for me, that's Portal 2.
Yeah, and for me, I've been playing Portal 2, but that's probably because my girlfriend's really into Portal at the moment. But so I'll just talk about that later.
I'll also be playing more of this coming week. But no, it's actually really good. It's quite dramatic towards the end. Yeah. I
can't wait to play it, actually, to be honest.
And it's fairly long. It's a good few hours long.
Yeah, awesome. So. That's good. I mean, I've played... I've just been messing around with Mortal Kombat. I've thrown it in occasionally and just kind of played a few... had a few fights and stuff, and, did, like, some of the ladder tower matches and stuff, and, done that. And nothing too special.
Pro tips. I found a surefire way of beating Shao Kahn.
Oh, yeah?
Final boss on pretty much all the modes.
Yeah.
Just spam projectiles at him.
Yeah, pretty much.
You get hit, he gets close to you occasionally, but you can hopefully spam enough at him that he does that. And it gets to a point where he starts taunting.
Yeah.
And you spam, he taunts, you spam, he taunts, and then you get quite a good little...
I did just by punching him repeatedly.
Yeah.
Just by tapping X, like, fuck.
I mean, characters like Scorpion don't really have a projectile thing rather than... bring them closer towards you. That's probably the best thing, is like jumping over and punching. And
I mean, that's my character of choice anyway, Scorpion. So.
I remember I was trying to do that because I was playing it with one of the characters, I can't remember which one, but whose projectiles, I think it was like Cyrax or Sector in their projectiles. Well, Sector's is alright, but Cyrax, because he's just got the net and the bombs. But I was doing the whole sort of jumping over and punching thing, and we ended up just kind of like jumping over each other and not doing that, and we did that for about 2 or 3 minutes before I realised, this isn't working, I'm going to sort characters.
This is probably best. Okay, cool. Well, Mortal Kombat's pretty much winner all rounds, to be honest. I'm very impressed with it. So, what else?
Also got around to playing a bit of Little Big Planet 2.
Excellent. Well, I mean, well, offline.
Offline, yeah.
But we'll discuss later.
Yeah, we'll go into that. But that's cool. That's pretty much more of the same.
Yeah.
It's got a fairly focused narrative, which is slightly weird, because I'm kind of used to it being sort of weird, dreamlike.
Yeah.
Whatever. But no, you start it up, it gets you a save file from the first game, it transfers everything, so all like the outfits and DLC and everything,
awesome.
you've got that all transfers over.
Excellent.
So, no, that's pretty cool. It's cool to start off with stuff, and quite a few nice little bits in there, like grabbing and throwing and grapple claws, and I think there was a race I did as well.
Awesome.
So
I'm sure it's something you'll play a bit more of.
Yeah, but I'd like to play more online. That's kind of why I've not played it so much, because I want to see what the community has made, because what everybody found with the first game was that the user-generated content was more creative.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, I mean, way back in the day when we started doing this show, before it was actually properly out there, I was in the original Little Big Planet beta on PS3.
Yeah,
and we talked about that, but obviously the show's never made it online. But I'm a big fan of Little Big Planet. I think it's amazing, and when I had a PS3, I absolutely loved it, and I'm kind of jealous because I don't have a PS3 anymore, and these little games that are coming out, like you've tempted me a little bit with Infamous 2 and stuff like that, and Little Big Planet, and Killzone looks pretty cool, and there's some pretty cool games coming out for PS3, and it's kind of like, I kind of want a PS3, but
if you do get one, I'd wait a week or so.
Yeah, I'm not going to get one now. There's no point, but yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not a bad time to have a PS. Well, it is, but as far as the games go, it's not a bad time to have a PS3.
No, not at all.
There's some really good content out there and stuff. So good.
Yeah.
What else? I'm sure there's more stuff, haven't you?
I've decided to play through Assassin's Creed again, first through to Brotherhood.
All right, bloody hell.
So so I'm going to need Assassin's Creed 2 back at some point.
Right.
So you're going to need to play through that, but you've got the amount of time it takes me to finish the first one.
Oh, fuck. I ain't going to be able to play it in time. Anyway, yes, I'll be playing that next week. Awesome. Thoughts?
Going back to it, considering, it's a fair few years old now,
the
first one, it still looks amazing. Sort of the ideas and stuff there. You can see where they've improved upon it over the current ones and all that, but, I'm of the same opinion of you. I mean, it got like a critical panning, I think, because it was so boring and repetitive. And
I really enjoyed it, actually.
Yeah,
I didn't have that opinion at all of it. I actually really enjoyed playing it.
Granted, yeah, you do sort of like repeat the same missions and everything, but
I thought they were fun, and you know, fun times 9 is 9 times the fun. No,
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I'm enjoying it, and it kind of knowing what I know story wise of the other games and where they've gone, sort of going back and playing through it and seeing how it all links and all that, it kind of opens up. And they've got a really good sort of franchise there, I think.
Yeah, excellent.
And hopefully,
I really do want to get into playing more of Assassin's Creed 2, because I actually have, I've got Brotherhood sat at home as well, and you know what I mean. If I'm honest, for me, it's more the multiplayer side of that I got it for, but I will play through them eventually. I don't know. It's just one of those things I've got to get through. I mean, do you know what I mean? I've still got to play through Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
And that's the first game we ever talked about on the show, I think.
Yep.
So I've got some catching up to do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, all right. Portal 2, you've been playing some of that?
A little bit of that, played through, played some more of the single player and got incredibly stuck.
Really?
And then, but no, I think I figured it out. It sort of came to me the other night. It's like, maybe if I try that, but I haven't got around to actually trying it yet.
Well, let's collectively talk about Portal 2, because I've been... well, first of all, I went out and got the orange box.
Hey.
Because I didn't own it at any point, and I've wanted to get it for a long time, since it came out, basically, and just never got around to getting it. But because
can I just add an insight in here?
Yeah,
you've wanted to get it, never been able to.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend plays Portal 2, said, "Oh yeah, this is really good. We should get the first one."
Yeah,
thereby giving you permission to get the first
it's not
one.
Permission, I just hadn't got around to it. Anyway, but because it was quite cheap, picked it up, and obviously I want to play through everything on there. Which leads me to something I'm going to talk about in a minute. But me and my missus played. Well, she had already finished Portal 1, which doesn't take very long, but she's done there, been there.
Portal
done
1
that.
is so good.
Yeah, I did have to help her at the end, but yeah.
I actually need to finish it on the Xbox again, so I might.
It's great. But we've been personally because we didn't speak about co-op for Portal 2 on the video or last week on the show. So
because you hadn't had a chance to.
I hadn't had a chance, but me and my missus played a couple of hours the other night, and it was so much fun. I actually enjoyed it more than the single player stuff, which is good. Don't get me wrong, the single player stuff's great because of like the narrative and stuff, but
something about sort of sharing it with someone
definitely.
And doing that, and the way some of the puzzles are set
out.
Exactly,
and because the puzzles are different. They're worked more for the co-op side of things, and you can utilise 4 portals instead of just 2, and that's great fun, and
sort of tell them where you want them to shoot.
And the gesture stuff as well. It's just amazing. So much fun.
Like I said, it's got the same amount of charm as the single player game.
Yeah.
And it was that one that was like a block puzzle with the platforms where you need to make the maze that your partner can go through to. I can't remember if we've done that. I'm sure we probably have, but yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had this on the beginning one. But you need to one of you needs to step on the buttons to raise and lower the blocks. So get through. And if you end up stepping on the wrong one, it kind of end up crushing them.
It's good. I recommend it to anyone. If you've got Portal 2 and you haven't even tried out because we were playing it split screen, to be fair, and that's fine. It works great. There's no, the thing is with Valve and their split screen, it's down the middle. Yeah. Me and my missus play Left 4 Dead like that, and we've had no problems at all. We've had a perfectly good time playing that, and it's exactly the same experience with Portal. And because obviously, it's a slightly different game, you can take your time and think about stuff. It works perfectly fine in split screen, no problems at all with it. But great, it's good fun.
And Portal is excellent. It's nice to share it with a buddy.
Absolutely, yeah, and the characters, the Peabody and Atlas, they're pretty cool as well. So, awesome. All right, recommended. I was Peabody.
Hey.
Anyway, so no, I can't recommend that enough. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I've been playing a hell of a lot of stuff. I mean, going back to what I was saying about the orange box, because obviously Half-Life's very prominent on that disc. I actually own Half-Life Gold for the Dreamcast, which was a previously unreleased game, though some copies, made it surface sort of thing, basically. So I've been playing for a little bit of that. I haven't really spent that much time on it. I've had it for a while and I've not really played for it. So,
now you've got the orange box and you've got Half-Life 2. And
yeah, so I thought, fuck it, I'm going to go play. I've got Half-Life Gold. I'm going to play for it, and it's got it's got two campaign modes. It's got Blue Shift as well. But So I'm going to try and get through that at some point. I mean, dusted off the Dreamcast, obviously, to play it, and it still works. But yeah, no. To be honest, it was quite amusing going back to Dreamcast and playing an old game. But yeah, it's good. But so I can't really talk too much about that because I haven't really sort of played enough of it. But yeah, I mean, I intend to play through that and then get through the orange box, game by game. But that also brings me to something I picked up for the 360. It's the Dreamcast Collection.
Oh, yeah.
It came out probably a month ago now, I think.
Yeah, it's not been out that long.
No, it hasn't been out that long. It's got Crazy Taxi, Sega Bass Fishing, Space Channel 5 Part 2, and Sonic Adventure.
Awesome.
I happen to own Crazy Taxi 1 and 2 for Dreamcast, but I thought, fuck it, I'll get it for the 360. Basically, these are all the games that have been, I think they're all downloadable games anyway, so they've just been bundled on a disc. And so I've been sort of playing. I've mainly played Crazy Taxi and Sega Bass Fishing, and got a few achievements on those. They look good enough. I mean, yeah, I remember them looking better when the Dreamcast first came out. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, a lot of fun. Kind of going retro. I mean, that's the thing. We plan to do our retro video podcast very soon, and I've been kind of playing more retro-ish style games to kind of build myself up for that. Which leads me to Limbo, in a way, sort of, because it's somewhat.
It's retro inspired.
Yeah, exactly. I imported a triple collection of arcade games for the 360. It came out in the US. It's not out over here. I don't know if it's going to, but there's I think it's called the 360 triple pack or something stupid like that. It's Trials HD, Limbo, and Splosion Man.
Cool.
And yeah, you can get it's only I think it's only available in the US at the moment, but it's a region free disc, so you can import it and stuff. So I imported it, and I mainly got it. 'Cause, I mean, I've been wanting to pick up Limbo for a while. Limbo is one of those games we played the trial of, and it was fun in its own creepy ass fucking way, And it's actually nominated for one of our awards last year. I think it was best sound design or best independent. I don't know.
I think it was best indie game, and
I don't think that was a category. Actually, that's what it was nominated.
Best arcade game.
Yeah,
or
best downloadable game and best sound, I think, or something. Yeah. We might have nominated it for, but anyway. Which is funny because I haven't even played for it yet. It was a bit odd. Started playing through Limbo, and I've been meaning to pick up Trials HD, and Explosion Man looks like a lot of fun anyway, so I thought, fuck it, I'll get it. Limbo, messed up.
Yeah.
Puzzly platformer type game with very surreal and very dark.
Overtones.
Yeah,
and undertones.
I literally had to increase the brightness full whack just to play it personally. But there you go. A lot of fun though, working out these little puzzles and dying in very horrific fucking ways.
Yeah,
and it's an old game now. I don't know how much it is to buy separately on Xbox Live. Probably like 800 points or something. It was 1200.
It was 1200, but
it's still good. I mean, I don't think it's personally. I mean, 1200 points, meh, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, I might have paid that for it, to be honest, buying this collection. But no, it's good fun, and I'll probably talk a bit more about it next week because I'll have more time then. But so we've talked quite a lot about what we've been playing. But Limbo, really enjoying it so far, and a little bit frustrating in places, but it's kind of cool. It kind of ties into that kind of feeling you get when you play Portal and you figure something out. You're like, that's the puzzle, I got it. Yeah, I'm smart.
Yeah.
You get that same feeling when you figure something out in Limbo. And they're two very different games. They both kind of, I feel the same way about them in some respects. So, okay. Right, well, we don't have a promo from the guys over at UGN, Underground Geek Network, but please check them out, undergroundgeeknetwork.com. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about some...
The news.
Yeah, all right.
We're going to be talking about the news. News.
All right.
News.
Hello and welcome back to the Games4all podcast.
Hi.
Right. How you doing? We're going to talk about the news now. There's a big story to talk about.
Yeah, we mentioned it.
Elephant in the room.
Yeah,
anyway.
We mentioned it last week about the PSN being down, and it's going to be a couple of days. Yeah, we are now nearly
Well, this is a week later.
Yeah, this
and it was so.
It'd already been down for half a week.
Yeah, 9 days to 10 days already.
Yeah, still no PlayStation Network, but a lot of extra details have come out. We mentioned that it was possibly hacked, but there were no reports, so it's now definitely been hacked.
Mm-hmm. I think we kind of knew after day 3. Yeah. Day 3 and 4, I think it was kind of obvious.
But Anonymous are claiming no responsibility, so it's not them, it's someone else.
Yeah, George Hotz, or whatever the hell his name is, if that's even his real name, is...
it's too cool to be a real name.
Yeah.
Hotz?
Yeah. He's the guy who hacked the PS3, and he's basically he said, no, it's nothing to do with me, so... He's not claiming any responsibility, but somebody has.
But a lot of people are very, very angry.
Well, there's a good reason for that.
Yeah.
Well, this story's sort of changed every day that I've read it, kind of thing. New details emerge, and certain things are, rumoured to have happened, and then the rumours are squashed, etc., etc. Basically, the biggest worry at the moment for PS3 owners and members of PlayStation Network, especially if they've got their card details attached to it, which they probably have for their accounts,
like me,
like you, is that all the personal information has been, due to the hack, all the people's personal information have been stolen.
Mm-hmm.
So much stolen, but catalogued, and it's just 2.2 million people's worth of details have been stolen, and they were worried about credit card details and all that kind of stuff. Basically, Sony kind of knew about this.
Yeah, before they told us.
Yeah, they knew several days in advance, and they didn't say anything. And now they're getting in the shit because obviously they should have said something a little bit sooner. But they basically said, they've said basically PSN's been hacked. A lot of people's information might have been leaked as a result of it, but obviously people worry about their credit card details. They're saying that there's a totally different set of security measures in place for that, and that's not, it's not going to be a problem. That, etc., etc. I mean, the FBI have been looking into it. There's just groups all over the world have been looking into it to kind of see whether or not what's happened. And
various security agencies.
Indeed, yeah, absolutely. And Sony maintain that credit card details are safe. But somebody claimed this morning that there's these underground websites where people trade in various fraudulent materials, and that they reckon that people are actually claiming to have everybody's credit card details from Sony PlayStation Network, and including the 3-digit card number on the back of the cards and stuff. So all the details, names, addresses, email addresses, all that kind of stuff. And all the card details, and they reckon they're trying to bid them off to people, sell them off and stuff.
Yeah,
that could be rumour, that could be total bullshit. It could be people. Be people.
Think about it. Something like this happens. It's a pretty big known story. I was thinking, I'll if I was a fraudster, I'd say, I'd play on people's.
Yeah, possibly. Who knows? But
fear, and
there is always that chance.
Yeah.
So Sony are really in the shit at the moment, and this could cost them a lot of money. And they've been through lawsuits with LG recently. We've covered that pretty extensively. I mean, that's still ongoing, I think, to be honest. I don't think there's anything real, from what I can remember.
Well, there was the seizures.
Yeah. Well, you don't...
No.
They seized a load of PS3s, etc. But
they've now all been released.
I mean, it's one disaster to another. And I don't think Sony need this, especially so close to E3.
No.
So close to their NGP.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
I mean, and especially after the devastation in Japan.
Oh, absolutely.
With the tsunami and everything.
It's not looking great for them.
No. But I have to say, obviously people are pissed off, and obviously they want PSN back, but they seem to be more angry at the hackers than at Sony.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, it
didn't help Sony that they kind of kept it quiet. They should have said something from the beginning. I think the general consensus is that more people are pissed off that the hackers have disrupted their gaming.
Obviously, it sucks that there's no PSN, but it's the least of everyone's worries, I think. And like I say, I mean, they're sure enough be pissed off at the hackers. They've caused it, but with the PlayStation being hacked so much, and with PSN being hacked, I mean, it went down for several weeks back because of it and stuff. Sony should be doing more to prevent it from happening.
Apparently,
they really should.
the reason why it's gone down is they're now rebuilding it from the ground up.
Yeah.
They're totally redoing it, rebuilding and redoing all the security
They
measures
really
to
should.
make it
They
more
really
secure.
Yeah.
They have said that some functionality will be back May 3rd,
yeah. So
which will mark 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been down.
It's not. I mean, that's the thing. People aren't pissed about the PlayStation Network being down. Really,
No.
You know, they're more worried about their fucking details. People using their credit cards and stuff. You know.
But there is that. There is also people who went out and bought Portal 2 and want to play co-op, and people who bought Mortal Kombat want to play that online. They have not been able to.
Well,
but
you know, it sucks. But
yeah, not just that. There was a point I was going to make, like betas and stuff, because the infamous 2 beta is on.
Yeah, they'll extend it. I'm sure,
and I'm pretty sure that Sony have said that they are looking into reparations for sort of loss of time or whatever, and extending stuff. And
I'm sure they'll work it out, but it's a lot of shit to sort of deal with at this point. But
it's no doubt it's cost them, and it's going to cost them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge story. Everyone's been commenting about it. Everyone's been tweeting about it. Even Microsoft have put out a statement saying, "Don't worry, our customers' personal details are of the utmost importance to us. Our security's, you know, you don't need to worry," kind of thing.
That was nice of them.
Well, yeah, I mean,
not
it's not.
It's
not. No. Well, yeah, it kind of isn't. But they didn't comment directly on the Sony situation. They just said, "Don't worry, you know, your details are safe," kind of thing. So, who knows? They might get hacked next. I mean, who knows, really? But
you know, amongst competitors, if your main rival gets hacked and taken down, obviously you're going to be worried about yourself and reassuring your client base that everything is safe. Yeah. So
well, we will talk more about this story as it unfolds.
Yeah, and we'll let you know exactly, because, like I said, functionality will be back May 3rd. Don't know how much of it will be there and how much of the network will actually be up and running. But I imagine, even though there've been no firm details, I imagine you'll be able to play games online from the 3rd.
I would have thought so. Yeah.
I think that would have been their main one to get that working. So
yeah.
We'll find out and see what happens there, and any more news we'll talk about on next week's show.
Indeed. Okay, what's next?
Nintendo.
Yes.
We talked last week about them possibly unveiling the Wii 2.
Yeah, well, the next console dubbed Project Cafe.
Yeah.
Which is a very strange...
Yeah.
I don't know. These project titles just seem very unusual, but yeah.
Well, wasn't Dreamcast Project Dolphin or something?
Something like that, yeah.
And then you had, like, Natal for the Kinect.
The Wii originally was the Nintendo Revolution, which sounds way better than the Wii. They really should have stuck with that. Just saying.
Evolution, Wii.
Well, Revolution or Wii.
Revolution.
I would have probably gone with Revolution.
Yeah.
It's then you go buy the new Nintendo Revolution. Go buy the Wii. Just saying. Anyway, I
gotta have a Revolution. I gotta have a Wii. Anyway, it is now official. They have said that they will be revealing their new console at E3.
Here's what they said. They said the new console's going to be unveiled at E3. It will be playable, but the console's not due out until 2012.
Yeah.
So next year.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which, you know, is kind of normal to unveil stuff like a year ahead.
Yeah.
E3 is like the big thing to do it. But the fact that they've got a playable version there, it will be...
That's great. And they said they're not abandoning buttons. That's something else they've said recently as well. So... I don't know what that means, but I mean, it's to do with the touch control thing.
Yeah.
If it does have that, it will have buttons too. I don't know.
Okay.
Seems a little pointless.
No, I'm kind of hoping that the whole touchscreen thing would be maybe like an advancement or a sci-fi kind of what we all wanted from like the Dreamcast controllers, because they had the visual VMUs, and you'd have little things pop up and all that. To have sort of that thing where as you're playing the game, like. I've always thought this is great. A lot of games you play, they're sort of cluttered up by the HUD and everything. You
can have that on your
controller, exactly. And you can like control and scroll through menus and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's basically going to be a DS screen built into a controller. I reckon that's pretty much. I mean, you said that last week, I think, or whenever. But yeah.
Yeah, but if they have all that and clear up more things, obviously, it's been well known that this is going to be like a HD console as well, so the graphics should look really cool, really nice and everything, to have it not cluttered up and be able to put some of that onto
well, these are the things. I mean, we've said about what we know now, because a lot of this has been made official. It is HD. It's coming. It's going to be unveiled E3. It's going to be playable at E3, but not out till 2012. There's going to be buttons on the controllers, possibly a touchscreen. The one thing that I want them to clear up is how fucking powerful is it? Do you know what I mean? Because of you know, what processor are they using? If they want backwards compatibility, they've got to have similar processors to the original Wii.
But will that be the main processor, or will it have a secondary processor?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know. I mean, these are the things I want to clear up, because I'm intrigued by the fact that they're claiming, or that the rumours were that there's claims of it being more powerful than PS3 and Xbox.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, that's what I want to know about.
Yeah. Well, wait till E3.
Wait till E3, and see what happens. Intriguing. Very intriguing.
But the fact that it's been announced and it's there, it means it's no longer a rumour. There is a
It still seems a bit soon, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think also during the week there was statements made by certain experts. I don't know names or anything, but saying about how, don't worry, there's still a good 3 to 4 years left in the Xbox and PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
So if you own those, don't worry. There's nothing. They're looking into obviously new stuff. They're always looking into new tech, but you know,
I mean, Nintendo, they've always sort of been on. I mean, since the 16-bit generation, well, beyond the 16-bit generation, they've always been kind of not quite on level terms with the other competitors.
Yeah.
I mean, they released the N64 before, like Dreamcast and PS2 and everything came out, and the original Xbox. And that's kind of not quite as powerful. It's kind of like in the middle, wasn't it? Because
it was on par with the original PlayStation.
Yeah.
64-bit, but it was still using cartridges, whereas PlayStation.
I thought the original PlayStation was 32-bit. Because that was level with the Saturn.
Oh, it could have been. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
so
possible,
it's kind of like been a thing. And the Wii itself is not as powerful.
Well, remember they had the GameCube before the Wii, and that, which is pretty much the same tech.
Yeah.
It's just they threw it in a little smaller box and added motion controls.
So Nintendo, they have a history of trying to be different and not kind of directly competing, but by releasing
I think they need to now. I think they need to, and I think they've realised that. Well, that's cool. No, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, a lot of V3 stuff going to be coming up soon. We're going to be talking in depth about all that stuff. We're hoping to do some free daily shows.
Yeah. Or maybe something special at the end of the week.
Who knows, yeah. We're going to cover as much E3 stuff as possible and as many shows as possible. I don't know. So, yeah, that's good news. What else you got?
Well, people who have listened to like the last few weeks of the show know that I'm a big fan of the Back to the Future Telltale games.
Yes.
And I'm interested in picking up the Monkey Island games. Telltale, they've really sort of made a name for themselves as like the episodic adventure game genre. Obviously they did like Sam and Max as well and various other things. But one that I've been quite looking forward to, being a fan of the original movie, is the Jurassic Park one.
Yeah.
I've seen some videos and not been too impressed. I think recent videos I've seen have kind of gotten a bit better and more interesting. I'm more into that. But they've now announced that it will be coming to the 360 as well.
Awesome.
So that'll be on PC, PS3 and 360.
Excellent.
I think at the moment it's just coming out as like the full series will be on a retail disc.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be released episodically.
No. Okay.
But, you know, that's still
interesting. Will it sell well? Who knows? We'll see. I think there's people that want it.
Yeah, I mean, the previous games, Monkey Island and Back to the Future, they've sort of been point-and-click adventure-style games. This seems to be leaning more towards kind of like the Heavy Rain interactive movie side of things. And it looks quite interesting.
Cool.
I mean, I watched a fairly recent video just this morning, and, you know, it's looking alright. It's looking like Jurassic Park, and, dude, I love Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Well, that's something else to get excited about. Alright. More news.
Cowboys riding dinosaurs, the only thing that can protect me from the shark riding bears.
Yeah, true. Okay, that's surreal. Let's go. More news.
Obviously, we were talking about Portal 2.
We did mention
everybody loves it. I think it's already sort of
it's number one in the UK sales this week.
Yeah, and it's pretty much being touted as Game of the Year nominee, which I
reckon it's a very high contender for it.
Yeah, because like we said, it is just so different, so interesting, and it's one of a kind. And
I think somebody summed it up. It's that and I forget where it was I heard this, but they made a very valid point about it. You don't shoot anyone.
No.
This game. It's not that kind of a game. You don't...
No.
Once, there's a great game that's out, and you don't shoot anybody in the face. And that's rare these days, if you know what I mean. Because most games, that's what you're doing, you know?
And, yeah.
And it makes the point, that to me says, you know what, this game is different. It's so different, it's just not like anything else that's out there.
I think the biggest thing the biggest kind of big up to it I've heard is I haven't seen anybody who's played it and seen it and not appreciated how good it was. I mean, even the people who I've shown it to people and they've said, yeah, this totally isn't my game, but it looks good and it's funny and I can appreciate it.
Yeah,
so,
but anyway, the story is that's what's going to show us important.
Valve's VP of Marketing, Doug Lombardi, also awesome name.
Yeah, nice.
He's announced that there will be DLC for it. Yeah, it will be coming this summer. No firm word on what it will be, whether it's more sort of co-op and multiplayer DLC or whether it will be single player. Or
there's word about. Well, I've read a few people's comments. A lot of people saying it's going to be new levels for the co-op and single player side of it.
Yeah.
But there's the possibility of like a map editor type thing and user generated content.
That would be.
That's a rumor.
Awesome.
That's a rumor. Don't quote me on that. But for user generated puzzles and stuff or something. I mean, there will be obviously. It'll be very restricted as to what you can do. I think you might have like.
Be like a sort of tile set system.
You've kind of got a room and you can only do so much with it, but you can kind of make your own puzzles, etc. That would be fucking awesome. That I could get behind. I'd love that. But yeah. So good.
More.
Glad to see some support for it because that's something Valve.
A bit hit and miss.
Yeah,
really.
very hit and miss with. Yeah. So
I mean, no, I'm not going to go into sort for hours for this, but. No, it's good that they're doing it. It's well up. I think it was.
I think they've got no choice in it. Really, it's been that successful that they kind of have to expand on it.
And it was pretty much known from the get go that this would sell well and people would love it. So DLC now, it's the done thing. Last story of the week.
Okay.
Strategy guides and stuff.
I don't use them.
No,
not really.
People
not
still
so
use
much.
Well,
I mean. If I get so fucking hard, like if I get to the point where I'm like, I've fucking tried everything, this is impossible, then maybe I'll go online and be like, just have a quick look at a walkthrough or something. Yeah. But that's it.
There are people who still buy strategy guides, and especially because they've had this whole kind of.
As he looks at like at least 8 to 10.
I have them. If you notice, most of them are the hardback collector's editions.
Why? Okay, all right.
I have them just for the sake of having them.
So what you got? You got Mass Effect ones down there.
Yeah.
Dragon Age. You got Dragon Age 2.
Dragon Age 2,
Star
which is
Ocean.
the collector's Dragon Age 2, so
right.
the leather bound one.
You fucking know that.
And the collector's Fallout New Vegas. But
okay.
And Fable 2.
Okay. Well, anyway,
and I've even got the Mass Effect art book.
That's great. So, anyways, the story is
people pay a lot of money for these, especially like the collector's edition hardback. You get like the art and stuff. There was one released for the recent Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah, which we've also talked about.
Yeah, which you think sort of strategy guides for fighting games. Yeah, they work. They show you all the moves and everything and how to do it all. Not so much with the Mortal Kombat one.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of full of errors.
Really?
It is so wrong to the point where they've said, we're going to be releasing like little character cards which will give you like the proper button combinations which you can print off and they'll be free to anybody who bought the card.
They fucking should be.
And they've said because of economic stress they're not going to do a reprinting.
No, I reckon that's really fucking bad.
You pay $35.
This should be taken off the fucking shelves if it hasn't already.
Yeah,
seriously, they shouldn't sell it.
I mean, the hardback edition's got like all the collector's art and sort of concept art drawings and stuff.
Still,
most of which you can get on the game anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
I think you pay sort of.
In some ways, I kind of think it's funny. It's like, ha ha ha, you know, but it's not cool.
No, it's like I said, $35, which is
one,
something like 20 odd quid.
Yeah,
you pay that amount of money. You want something that will actually help you play a game, not something that blatantly lies to you.
Yeah, but then you can go online and get all this info for free.
Precisely.
Anyway. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm more the kind of guy who'll Google it than go out and buy a fucking strategy guide. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Yeah. So no, I mean it's a fucked up. I mean Prima, fucking Jesus, you got to kind of get on the ball. But I mean
Prima, they. I have a few Prima guides. I have a few Brady Games guides. And I have to say,
they're pretty much the two main companies who put out these strategy guides.
Brady Games, I think overall, this round you win.
Fatality.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
So yeah, don't buy the Mortal Kombat guide.
No,
it's
don't
useless.
do it.
It's useless.
A, you're wasting your money, and B, you're wasting your money.
Yeah.
So, I don't. Yeah, seriously, just that's what the computer's for. All right, in this day and age, Google it.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, the way I've set everything out is, I have my big TV, I have my surround sound system, I have all that. I also have a very nice chair at my computer desk where I have a perfect angle on the TV right next to the computer. Yeah. So if anything does go on, I am there in an instant.
Exactly. If you get that stuck on a game, there's two options, in my opinion. Try fucking harder, or just like go online and just see who's got a walkthrough or a strategy guide on there. Websites do them for free. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
IGN, for all the flack they get, they do some pretty good guides.
No,
and
let's
stuff.
not talk about IGN.
No. That's a different story.
Yeah.
But no.
Gay video game characters, Jesus. Okay, right. I said we wasn't going to mention it, but fuck it.
This is an article. This isn't IGN themselves.
No. But anyway,
we should point out.
Look into it.
Yeah.
This is a whole other news story in there. So thank you.
That is the news.
That is the news for this week. It's pretty epic, and we shall come back after this break and talk about some stuff.
Yeah, we'll think of something.
Hello and welcome back to the Games4all podcast. This week's releases:
Darkspore for PC.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a spin-off of Spore, but kind of more of an action-oriented
Yeah,
thing.
you did roughly mention it last week. I'm not really sure about
what I've heard of it is it tries to do something different and doesn't quite get there.
Awesome.
Much like Spore.
What else is there?
Thor, the movie tie-in game.
Yeah.
On everything.
360,
everything.
PS3, Wii and DS.
Yeah. Saw a trailer for it in the VGA. No.
Yeah,
the film looks all right.
Yeah, the film was.
Film looks standard comic book fare. I would go out and watch that, but I'm not gonna pick up the game.
I'll be interested to see if the guys over at EGen play this or have an opinion on it.
Yeah, because they love the comic books and stuff. So yeah, EGen, if you're listening, if you've played this game or
it's know
not anything
out.
About it, just give an opinion.
When's it come out? Is that today?
It's out today. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get into the whole movie tie-in franchise.
It'll be interesting because they do love their comics and stuff over at the UGN, getting like their opinion on movie comic book tie-in games and stuff.
It's a Marvel.
It's a Marvel
property, so probably not so much. They're more DC kind of.
No,
there's some Marvel talk, but I'm just saying.
I've spoken to the guys. Yeah. They're fans of both. I think it depends on the characters and who's writing.
It'd be interesting to hear them talk about it, but
a die-hard comic book fan doesn't shun one.
No,
or the other.
I'm not
he
saying.
Embraces the good of all.
I'm just all right. Getting all freaking preachy, right? So yeah.
Next week's release. Yeah, next week's releases. There's nada.
Fuck all coming out.
Fuck all coming out. So maybe we should do a topic, or
we can either do a topic or yeah, I don't know.
Okay, topic.
What are we going to talk about next week?
No.
Not now. We're going to wrap the show up now.
Oh, okay. I want to do a topic now.
Alright, pick one quickly.
If you could play one game and one game only for the rest of your life, what would you play?
Oh, don't. You can't do that. That's horrible. Oof. One game.
Yeah. So you're stuck on an island, you can only take one system with you.
Maybe you should just... No, that's the question. Not what game, what system.
Oh, no.
No, because then, you know...
Because the game I want to play isn't on the system I'd play. I'd only take the system for the one game. If I could only take one system, there's many games.
At the moment, Portal 2, but then the co-op side of it would be pointless. So, yeah. I'm loving Portal 2 at the moment. I can't really, say enough good stuff about it. But, I mean, it's probably not my favourite game ever, but I love so many games, so it's not really easy for me to decide that one.
Well, if you take Red Dead Redemption, you might get around to finishing it. Or Assassin's Creed 2.
What if I don't like it? Oh, and I'm like, I'm stuck with this fucking game. Do you know what I mean?
They're good.
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm playing through them again.
You know, yeah, possibly. As long as if I was stuck on an island, as long as I didn't take Dead Island.
Yeah.
Because that might
cause some sleepless nights.
Yeah. No, I don't. I can't really answer that one, mate. Sorry,
No.
I'd need time to think about it. But what's your choice then?
Well, we're going to talk about it on the retro special.
Yeah,
it's a game called Planescape Torment.
Oh, okay.
I knew I'd work this. I knew I'd work this in somewhere.
You fucker. Go on. Be quick about it because we're running out of time already.
Came out in, I think it was 99. Mm-hmm. So it's quite an old game. It's top-down, isometric RPG. You know, the sort of thing you love.
Oh, I absolutely bum them games.
Yeah. It's made by Black Isle, who were disbanded and reformed Obsidian, who get a lot of flack for being bad programmers but really good writers.
Mm-hmm.
This game is probably the best written game I have ever played.
All right.
Ever.
Awesome.
If you remade it today, you just couldn't. You couldn't fit it all into one game. It would have to be like a series of games, and I mean like a long series of games. If you put it all in one game, you'd need 2 or 3 Blu-rays probably. If you did it like modern graphics and sound for like all the character dialogue and everything, you'd need probably at least 6 or 7 discs.
Shit.
It is fucking huge.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for listening. That's amazing.
Well, no, it's not just the fact that it's big. It's the fact that it is... Brief plot summary is you wake up on a mortuary slab, don't know who you are, and you have to find out who you are. And you find out you can't die, and then you spend the whole game finding out how to kill yourself.
Right.
Have you ever played any other game like that?
Doesn't sound...
It's depressing as fuck, but...
That's what you want to take with you to an island?
It has brief flashes of optimism which make the depression bearable.
Okay. So, thank you very much for listening to the show.
I think if I'm going to be stuck on a desert island, I'm going to be fairly depressed anyway, so I don't want something happy and jolly to kind of spoil the mood.
Maybe. Okay, well, let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish the show now. Thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. Please check out our good friends over at the Underground Geek Network. Check out our website too. Obviously, if you're not already on there, www.games4allpodcast.com. If you want to email us, just to say hello, or just to comment on anything, or just if there's something you think we should talk about, just anything really. Podcast at games4allpodcast.com.
You can follow us on Twitter, which is twitter.com/Games4all.
Indeed.
And we're on Facebook.
Yeah, which is facebook.com/Games4all podcast. Please subscribe to us on iTunes. Once again, go to iTunes, type in Games for All, you'll pretty much find us. And also, feel free to leave us a review on there. Good or bad, whatever, just leave a review. It's all good. We appreciate it.
Any feedback is
greatly
appreciated.
Absolutely. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you for downloading, and we will be back next week with the usual bullshit.
Not talking about releases because there are none.
Yeah, so we'll probably have a topic for next week. Right, thank you again, and have a good weekend, and we'll be back soon.
You can't see it now, but I'm saluting.
For more episodes of the Games for All podcast, please check out our website, www.games4allpodcast.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at www.twitter.com/Games4all. And you can like us on Facebook, just search for Games for All podcast. Games for All is brought to you by iPage. For more affordable and greener web hosting, check out ipage.com. Page.com. 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 Page.com, 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 page.com,